let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh. Magic, no, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. You take me higher, baby, take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
On tonight's show, we will look at entitled parents, entitled people, and I literally found the first nomination for the worst person on this show ever. Stay tuned for Saturday Night Vibes. Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Let's BS3. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, along with Anna Hart. Tracy and Diaz would not be with us tonight, but me and Anna has done a show together before. We knocked it out of the park, and we're going to do it again. Both Tracy and Diaz will be with us tomorrow for Radical Truth to Power. So,
and hopefully Tracy will be in the comments.
And
having technical difficulties.
Tracy is having technical difficulties. She apologized, but no apologies. It is the way it is. Not everything goes the way we want it to. We just press on. Before we even get started, as always, we are all about the free support. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. It will boost the show into YouTube algorithm, and the payments near and dear to all of us. Couldn't have said it any better if I tried. Anna, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Hold on. I got the wrong glasses on.
Oh.
I got to put the sexy glasses on for my wife. Got to put the sexy glasses on. There we go. Yeah. That's the sexy glasses right there. That's the sexy glasses. Right. Let's see who's already out there today. Hello, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey.
Every time one of these vids showed up on my notice, I have to comment to boost the algorithm. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Our numbers, Anna, is doing tremendous. I mean, it is going up there. And it may be on the account that I broke all the videos up into bite-sized
think so.
pieces. So I think everybody is enjoying it, and I am going to continue to do that. Y'all just making me look at some of these videos again, and it's like, ooh, that was funny as crap. So it may be me that's boosted the numbers up. Who knows? Hey, Tracy. Tracy, sit back, enjoy the show. You really are going to love it. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So to be honest with you, there's no need to be messing around. How much was that coupon for?
Having an affair? I'm a 27-year-old woman and my husband is 26, and we're huge gaming addicts.
Not that one. That's for later. Here you go.
So I used to work for a large store chain many years ago. I won't say the name, but it sells a bit of everything, and the company started in Arkansas. So my workplace is one that has big Black Friday sales. For working Black Friday, we basically get a one-time use coupon for a very heavy discount on anything we can add to our normal employee discount. It only lasts a few weeks before expiring, so you have to use it quick. I only worked there for one holiday season, so I only went through one Black Friday, but it was a nightmare. I definitely earned that coupon. I don't remember what I used it for, but that's beside the point. So, a few weeks after Black Friday, and about a week after the coupons expired, I come into work for my shift. During our lunch break, I hear some of my coworkers talking about somebody being crazy. I asked them what they were talking about, and this is what they told me. I'm trying to write it down as best as I can remember, so not all the details may be accurate. So, one of the employees that had worked on Black Friday had apparently forgotten that the Black Friday coupons we got had an expiration date. Apparently, the day before, she had decided to try to make a really big purchase using the coupon, and our cashier said it expired. She lost her mind, screaming at the cashier and demanding that they take it. She said she worked for it, and it was their duty to accept it, and that she would not have worked a Black Friday if it were not for the coupon. Several managers, including the store manager, had to come and deal with her, and eventually, she was escorted off the property. She wasn't fired for the outburst, but received some disciplinary action. Well, apparently she snapped at the managers daring to refuse her, because the next day, maybe 12 hours after she tried to use the coupon, she returned to the store and, I'm not kidding here, with a knife, a shotgun, a blowtorch, intent on killing a manager and her coworkers and setting the building on fire. She somehow dropped her knife on the way in, and when she got into the store, her gun jammed. She left with just the blowtorch and started to try to set the mat in the entrance on fire. She was quickly tackled by security and restrained until police arrived and she was arrested. She was, of course, fired and faced some pretty heavy charges. I don't remember the charges. All I remember is seeing her mugshot online with her in a straitjacket. I've got several crazy stories out of that job, but this was the craziest. Thankfully, nobody was harmed and no damage was done to the store. God.
Why?
Woo!
Why?
That coupon had to be for 75% off or something, because I'm sis, I'm not understanding why you tripped that hard. I mean, you tripped hard.
You already have employee.
I hate the part with the guy with the. It goes without saying. That's why I hate the line. Well, obviously she was fired. Really?
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for letting us know that she got fired, because I was just assuming she was suspended until further investigation.
So, I bet you there would be comments below asking, so did she get fired?
No.
People are stupid, fired, generally. especially on places like Reddit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Susan.
Hello. Oh,
Mm,
somebody brought me tea.
yay.
And a treat for the dog. So crispy.
Hello, my love.
Hey, Foxy. Mhm.
Upon inspiring for me, reading is fundamental. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. People who bring coupons and it's inspired, like, isn't that not the first? Well, okay, not the first. Probably like the third thing. What the product is, how much is off, and then you look at can you use it?
Is it still good?
Yeah, but gee, that was a nice coupon then because you lost yo.
It must have been 99% off.
It must have been
Your
something.
own, like your whole cart. Anything you can fit in the cart. Wow. Just, there is nothing that says it's ever okay to respond with violence. You come back with a murderous intent, girl?
You had a gun, a knife, a blowtorch. You
You
decided
dropped the knife, the gun. This is a comedy of errors.
divine intervention. You dropped the
Mm.
knife, the gun. And by the way, I'm sorry. You have a blowtorch, which, by the way, why do you have a blowtorch? But
You're
you
gonna set
decided
it to rubber?
you decide to light the rug,
The mat in the
the
front,
mat.
yeah.
What was that? So here's the deal, because
I
I
don't
feel
know.
Thea's. I feel the energy of Thea's.
Uh-oh.
I feel the energy of Tracy. This is BS. Oh, it's a nice little story. Oh, yeah, that's cute. You know, it's nice to have fantasy, and
You would
fantasy is
really drop
fantasy.
the gun. You would really, I mean, drop the knife.
Yeah,
You would really have the,
the guns
yeah.
there. Really? Oh, come on. That was really nice. I'm sorry, Thea's. I call it bullshit. So, here we go.
Couldn't believe it either, guys. So here it is. So early Saturday morning, Prescott police arrested a 24-year-old after discovering her in the back of a store with a 22 caliber rifle that she intended to use. So earlier in the day, she got into an argument with several coworkers during an early morning shift, and she was frustrated and unhappy with how a situation was handled, breaking the cash register before leaving the store. She then went home, retrieved a rifle, a knife, and a torch before writing on her computer about her intentions to kill her coworkers.
Oh my gosh.
So y'all can't come back and go, oh,
It's real.
I'm calling BS. Nope.
There are just some people out there that need help. That's the kindest way I can say it.
Yeah. And I'm yeah. Some people just need help, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did she intend to set the store on fire before or after she shot the badger? It seemed that doing one who kind of cancels out the. Honestly, Mickey,
What?
I personally think
Let's try to think.
she just wanted to inflict as much damage as she can.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm thinking to myself, personally, you got a gun and a blowtorch. What was the knife for? Because what was you gonna do with that? Like, but whew.
That's crazy. That is crazy. And I don't normally use that word, but that qualifies.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to the next story. It is a two-parter because it is that bad.
I was shopping at my local Walmart wearing a Stacey Adams fedora, a black Parish Nation bomber jacket, and orange camo Rocawear jeans. Ergo, I could only be confused for an actual associate of Walmart by a completely delusional individual, which, as fate would have it, I encountered. I came across a tiny Mexican woman whose arm was in a sling, struggling to place some items in her cart. Out of human decency, I helped her reach some items and got them in her cart for her. After she thanked me profusely, I headed down the aisle and turned the corner. Proceeding on my merry way, I heard running footsteps coming up behind me, and then someone grabbed the collar of my jacket and yanked very hard. As a side note, I have extensive self-defense training. My first instinct was to immobilize my attacker, but something told me just to break free, go into combat crouch, and ascertain the attacker. I was shocked to see a Caucasian woman close to my age of 58 standing there in what I now know as the classic Karen pose. Arms crossed, feet planted, glaring at me. She was dressed in the best of halfway house clothes and wearing a Fox and Friends baseball cap. Our verbal exchange went like this. K equals Karen, M equals me. Me. Excuse me? Karen. I was there first. Me. Excuse me? Karen. You helped that Mexican woman but walked away and didn't help me. I didn't know you needed help. You didn't ask for any. A competent employee would have seen that I needed help. Ma'am, I don't work here. I'm just shopping like you are. Just come help me. Fine, I'll do what I can. Now, at this point, I know most people would have just told her to F off and gone to get security, which in this Walmart is an actual licensed police officer, but I decided to take the moral high ground and see if I could help her. We went back to the previous aisle, and I saw she had two girls with her, about 10 and 12, who looked mortified. Our next exchange went like this. Okay, what can I help you with? I need you to get the box off the top shelf for me. Me. I can't reach it. And the sign says right there to get an associate to retrieve items from the top shelf. Just go get a ladder, you effing idiot. I told you, I don't work here. I can't go get a ladder. Go get a ladder, you fat, worthless F. I'm 6'2", 265 pounds, and she's now way over any line of respect. Ma'am, I can't get a ladder. For the third time, I don't work here. You help that Mexican woman. Don't lie to me. I know you work here. You're just too fat and lazy to help a white woman. You must be one of those white-hating social libtards. I'm puzzled as to how you think berating and insulting me is going to make me eager to help you. Just do your effing job and help me, or I'll have you fired for being a white-hating racist who refused to help a white woman. How can you conclude that I'm a white-hating racist when I'm white myself? Call your manager. I'm going to report you and have you fired. Well, since I don't work here, I have neither a walkie-talkie or a manager, but we can go over 3 aisles to electronics. Someone there should be able to contact a manager for you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not trying to be social on this show. I try to keep it light at the very least. But yeah, they're going that route. All of a sudden, white hating, no matter what your race is, apparently. You could be white, but you don't do nothing for them. You're white hating. I heard one, wait a minute, it may actually be said in the next clip, but if it's not, no, it's not. I didn't even use it. I'm just so sick and tired of the white genocide that's being formed on in America these days. the white genocide? What?
Oh, please do tell me more about that.
Oh, this is why I didn't want to show her, because she was offended that a Tide commercial was showing a lesbian black and white couple. She wrote a letter to Tide saying, I will not be associated with this type, especially during the white genocide of America. Okay, this is a good one. This right here is fantastic. Every time y'all can't think of nothing better. Y'all just keep it coming. Just
What are you on? I would really like to know.
no, let them. Keeps my show running for at least another good 10 years with this
No,
crap.
not you. Not you.
No, I'm talking about them. Keep it coming. I can use this stuff for my show. Keep it coming. Whatever you own, it's not as bad. Don't let Anna tell you what to do. You're an American. You have rights. Take as much drugs as you want. Anna tell you what to do. Your First, Second, and Third Amendment tells you that you are allowed to do. I don't even know if that amendment is.
You're allowed to say what you want. You're allowed to have a gun in the face. And the army can't take your house or something like that.
The president can't take your house, but the president of the 13 colonies can. It doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Keep it coming. I get a good more 10 years off of this crap. Keep going. Don't let Anna tell you what to do. She's a lip tart, something or other. I don't even know what are we using. What are we using this week? I don't know.
I guess the gay libtard. That's me.
She let the disrespect go on too long. The first sign of rudeness, and about. Well, honestly, just come help me would have been like, no. Help. I don't work here. I'm not gonna help you if I'm not getting paid. But he was nicer than most people. But now, as I was
saying, if you come at me again, I have a command that my dog will bark at you.
And I have a command. I can have a command where my foot would. Never mind. But that was the bad. And y'all know how I like stories, if it's true or not, whatever. You know how I love when it just builds and builds and it goes from bad to worse. That was just the bad.
Oh man.
This is the worst.
Here we go.
We started walking over to electronics, and at this junction, I didn't want to flee and have her foaming at the mouth vitriol spew onto any unsuspecting actual Walmart associate. This store has a very diversified staff. We get to electronics, and there are two young men of Somali heritage working. She storms up to them and screams at them, "I need a manager now. Do you know how to use that thing?" Pointing at the walkie-talkie. These young men were very calm and very polite and asked her what she needed a manager for. She pointed at me and said, "I want this fat, lazy F fired. He helped a Mexican woman but won't help me. He hates white people." They looked at her, looked at me, looked at each other, and then said in obvious bewilderment, "Ma'am, he doesn't work here." Karen blew a gasket at this point, screaming at the top of her lungs, "Don't lie to me, you're just covering for them. White people can't even get service anymore because of all you effing immigrants. You don't belong in my country. I should just get in my car and get a gun and shoot the three of you." I looked over at the two actual associates and saw that they had their phones out and had recorded Karen. One was whispering rapidly into the walkie-talkie, then the PA system went wild with people calling for Mr. Green, see Mr. Red in electronics, or something to that effect. I looked down the aisles to the front of the store, and it looked like a wave of yellow vests rolling down the aisles and a police officer in full sprint. Karen is surrounded, still screaming that she wants me fired. The manager says, "I can't fire him, he's a customer." Karen doesn't want to believe him either. To quote her, "It's a social libtard conspiracy to kick white people out of Walmart." The two actual associates tell the manager and the police officer that she threatened to go out and get a gun and shoot the three of us. Karen screams that she did no such thing. Associate shows video to the manager and police officer. Karen then says she didn't mean it. Police officer asks me what happened. I give him an abridged version, and her attacking me should be on the CCTV. Officer tells Karen he's heard enough and that she's under arrest and coming with him. She screams at him, "Arresting me for what? Standing up for my rights as a white person?" His response was, "No, for making a terroristic threat, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and disturbing the peace." He took one of her arms and started to handcuff her. She spun around, slapped him, broke free, and tried to run. Her purse was still in the cart, and her granddaughters were standing there horrified, so this escape attempt was as bright as Pickett's charge. So Karen, the manager, the two associates in electronics, and myself all head over to the police headquarters to give statements. I found out her name really was Karen from the police, and the two girls with her were her granddaughters from the same source. All told, she was charged with assault, terroristic threats, resisting arrest, and assaulting a peace officer. She had a competency hearing to see if she could stand trial, but was interred in a state mental hospital until she's capable of being tried.
Anna's face when she hears these stories is totally amazing. Ah. I did not know, and I apologize that I did not know that it's a conspiracy to get white people out of Walmart. I on behalf of the Black and minority community, I apologize that we are trying our damnedest to get you kicked out of Walmart simply because of the color of your skin. Woman, y'all didn't need to test her. y'all did not really need to test her for a competency. Woo!
And that is to say then that you don't need to test for competency for a good 25% of our population.
It's a conspiracy. That was
If
sad.
you believe this bullshit, you are beyond naive. They have you hooked. You're being led.
Oh.
And I don't even want to say by where. We're still in the first hour.
Mickey said, please do not use the word tard. It's derogatory to mentally challenged. You don't want to insult Herschel Walker. Yeah, Anna, you thought it was going one way, and then you realized it was Mickey who was writing it. But it's true. We don't want to use the word tard in here. That was the point of the lip tard situation, too. Also, I found out recently not to even use the word triggered. That is actually a diagnosis of mental health, the things that trigger people for depression and anxiety and things like that. So to use this video may trigger you. Now, it can be
having a trigger warning is
that's what I would say.
Thing.
It's kind of a split to say, oh, what I'm going to say is going to trigger you. I like McDonald's over Burger King. Don't use the word trigger.
No,
that's not what that's for.
We're talking about abuse, and talking about this may trigger some memories, flashbacks, things that PTSD is incredibly hard to deal with. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, so just a nice warning. Just don't use the word trigger. Like,
right.
Even when you say something.
Mean it. When you say something, mean it.
When you're in an argument with somebody and they get upset and it has nothing to do with mental health whatsoever. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trigger you. It's like,
okay,
come on. That's
improper use. Yes.
That's not what that word is used for. Did this fine storyteller leave out any? Okay, see, I believe the story. I actually believe the story, but it's true. I'm white, and I have been many years since I've been in Walmart. I just didn't realize that it was Black and Mexicans that kept us out. I apologize for whatever reason, because I didn't know it was happening, and I'm being facetious because it's not. But I apologize for some reason that we keeping white people out of Walmart. I'm sorry. What exactly would happen if that happened? I'm so confused. Like, and
some of us white people, you gotta go. It's the price thing. Some actually pride ourselves on not going to Walmart and not feeding that whole monster.
I appreciate trigger warnings on particular subjects. Yeah, I know there are certain things that is, and Anna put it a lot better than I did. I appreciate it, Anna, when it triggers memories. People don't realize how strong your memories are. Your memories are so strong that you forgot, and then something that you see, smell, music, anything.
Right in front of your face.
It is. It's
I've
a
been
trigger.
through it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's
Yeah.
like I just like I know if whoever the person is doing is not their fault. I already got that filter. At least I've worked to get that filter in. But I know it's like whatever it is that's triggered now in my memories, I now have to deal with it. So I sort of like walk away or stop listening or whatever. Whatever I looked at, I turn it off or whatever. I don't have PTSD. I don't have anything that dramatic, but there's some memory back growing up in the hood. It's just like, yeah, I'm not dealing. Such as there are certain shows that I don't watch. I don't care how popular it is, like Power. You know, this is no matter how nuanced the show is and the characters and what is it? New Power and what's that really big show that was on? I want to say Better Call Saul, but that was the sequel.
Which one?
The guy was a regular guy, and as time went on, he became the drug king. It was just like really popular, and everybody loved. Y'all help me out in the audience. It was like
I'm sorry, I'm not much of a TV
I
watcher,
know.
so
I'm trying to think of it. Breaking Bad. That's what it was. In certain shows like that, I don't deal with drug whatever. It's just not my thing anymore. Been there, done that, and I saw what the real consequences of that stuff is. So, and I know I'm not going to be entertained by it.
right.
No matter who the characters is, no matter no. What's up, Parker? Just
Hey,
joined. Glad
Parker,
to see
good
you
to
on
see
live
you.
stream. With Tracy going to be here later. Tracy has a technical difficulty, so she's not. Everybody will be here tomorrow, and I humbly ask y'all to come tomorrow because y'all don't say anything, Anna. You will see the thumbnail tomorrow. We already talked about it. I know you probably forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's going to be both hilarious. That's the word. Hilarious, cringy, informative, all at the same time. And you know what? I'll tell everybody what the show tomorrow is going to be tomorrow. So, but anyway, yeah, all of us will be here tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you, Tracy. Breaking Bad. Thank you. Thank you, Breaking Bad. I won't be on until 9 p.m. Oh, huh? I won't be on until 9 p.m.
So an hour late.
to 10 p.m. Oh, us. Well, okay. Well, we'll see you. So, okay, Parker, she'll be in an hour. She'll be here for the second half, I guess. So, anyway, so we're gonna move on. Who
It's
took the
Tracy
computer?
that they love. They all want Tracy.
I know. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just here just for the stories.
And she deserves it.
Where's Tracy? Where's Anna? Where's this? I'm just here to put the stories up. That's okay. I cry myself to sleep at night every day, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
At night, every day.
At
Okay,
night, every day.
I got
Hey,
you.
you ain't got to see me cry for me to be crying. Sometimes I cry inside. Who stole the computer?
What happened. My entitled cousin has never been into computers and doesn't really have any hobbies, but he will always try to one-up everybody as well as my family. And to be honest, we're all getting sick of it. For instance, a few years ago, I had saved up for almost 2 years, every penny and dime I had to buy a computer, which at the time was really good. I had not told anyone about it besides some friends from school, but somehow my cousin found out, and just a few days later, he had bought an Xbox One and had told the entire family. Which of course I don't have a problem with. But then a few hours later, after he bought it, I was in my room on my PC and he stormed in with a grin on his face and looked at me and said, "I got an Xbox now." I knew what was about to happen, so I calmly said, "I know," without even looking at him. Because I ignored him, I could tell that he was mad. He put his hands on my desk and said, "It's so much stronger than your computer," which it is definitely not. He had only bought an Xbox because he was jealous of my computer. Therefore, he doesn't even know how to use it. With this information, I said, "You can't even watch YouTube on it," and left a small little chuckle at the end for good measure. Of course you can watch YouTube, but he obviously doesn't know that. He then stormed out of my room and looked like he was about to cry. Then, this part is what really made my blood boil. I live in a small city, and a few of my friends live on the opposite side of the city, so it's about a 3-hour drive from where I live. So after a long week of school, I decided to visit my friends. When I arrived, I was really tired and ended up staying late and accidentally falling asleep. Eventually, I had woken up early and realized what had happened, so I gathered my things and I left. After a long journey, I had come home and jumped into my bed. After another short power nap, I had woken up and realized that my computer was missing. At first, I had thought someone had stolen it, because in my bedroom, I have a long sliding door, which is always open in the day and locked right before I go to bed. Before I panicked any further, I calmed myself down, and I went through the steps mentally of figuring out what I should do next. The first thing that came to my mind was to phone my mom and ask her if anything had happened. When I told her my situation, she was livid. She was as anxious as I was. And after she calmed down, she phoned most of our family members who lived in the area, one of them being my entitled aunt. After a few days of looking, I was hopeless. I went to the police station and I filed a report. Fast forward to a few months later, and I was at my cousin's birthday party, and he had his party at his house, and my aunt had asked my mom to come early to help set up some decorations. Once we arrived, my aunt offered us a drink and took us to the kitchen, which is right next to her TV room. When I turned around the corner, I was livid. There, sitting right in front of me, was my computer, sitting on a foot-long table sideways, and the same cousin from earlier was using it. I started screaming at the top of my voice, "What are you doing?" I rushed over to my cousin, unplugged my computer, and looked at my aunt and said, "Why do you have my computer?" She then says to me, "Oh, we're just borrowing it." And after asking for clarification on what she meant by that, I turned to my cousin and said, "If your Xbox is better, why did you steal my computer?" And I said this in a loud, angry voice. At this point, he ran out of the room while he cried his eyes out. I picked up my computer and stormed to my mom's car. I put it in the trunk and picked up my phone and immediately called the police. I explained my situation and how my computer had been missing for months and that I found it at my aunt and cousin's house. All the while, my aunt and my mom come running out screaming at me. "What do you think you're doing?" is all they could really ask me. I responded with, "What do you think I'm doing?" And at this point, she went silent. A few minutes later, the cops arrived and I explained my situation. And thankfully, the cop was understanding. And after asking if I wanted to press charges, I said that I did. My entitled aunt ended up with a week in jail and a $250 fine, as well as 200 hours of community service. Many of my family members, including my mom, have been messaging me saying that I'm in the wrong. So what do you think? Am I the jerk for this situation?
Nope. Not at all.
I'm torn 50-50 on it because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I probably wouldn't do that with my family. But I know some family members who would. I completely understand why. And I wouldn't hate you for it. So no, you're not the a-hole. I wouldn't. I know this is not that. So no, you wouldn't. No. Because the only thing that's rolling around in my head, and I know this, we're talking about entitled people, but let me just break this down just a little bit. The only thing I would think is you had the audacity, and we're talking about, and me personally, I'm talking about a regular person, a regular mugger, a regular robber, a regular burglary, that you had audacity to break into somebody's house and steal their property. This what makes it 10 times. Know the person. Now let's take it up a notch, and you're related to them. Do you see the level of I don't care anymore? You stole from me, you didn't care. So there's nothing that you can do that's going, oh, I think you went too far calling the police. Compared to what they did to make the reason why I called the police? That I'm sorry. No, I don't. I don't.
Just the fact that the aunt, the mother of the cousin, knew and then tries to back up her kid, saying, oh, we're borrowing it? You knew he took it. You knew there wasn't permission. There's so much wrong with this that once again, they need help. Why do you need this kind of attention? Why can you not be happy for a family member? Cool, you got a computer. You worked hard for it. That's awesome. That's the normal reaction.
Yeah.
To go into this whole trip about, well, I got an Xbox, and you're just, if you had the money for the Xbox, why didn't you maybe take that back? Go get yourself a computer if that's what you really wanted. You're jealous. That's it. You would never have thought about a computer had your cousin not. It's just, this is bullshit. To have your family act like this, no. I say go to the police all the way.
And here's the deal was, what do you think would happen if they didn't call the police? What do you think would happen if you just took the computer back? Just take the computer back. Do you think it's going to get better? It's like,
right?
There is no consequence. There is no consequence to, I'm going to take the computer back. And I'm sorry, this is me guessing. Don't know the dynamics of the family. Okay.
Right.
But it's probably on the dynamics of, yeah, they'll be mad at me for a couple of weeks and then they'll forget about it. And then I'll go and do something else stupid. Because there was no consequence to it. Their consequence to them is the family be mad at me for a couple of weeks. Well, whatever.
That's not a consequence.
That's not a consequence. They're used to that.
Obviously, we have a lot of people who they need to see consequences because they haven't. You know, all these entitled Karens, whatever you want to call them, is because they've been able to push the envelope without any sort of repercussion coming back on them. They get to control, push, whatever it is. They get their dollies out of it. It's time to stand up. You know, anti-Karens unite, as Dr. Ritchie would say. I have my shirt just in my closet. We need to say something when, all right, I have mine. Ours is in the kitchen.
Give y'all a heads up. Next February, we'll be going through that calendar.
Awesome.
But
Dr. Mack's Black History calendar is a great source.
What's going on? Where is Marlon? Don't nobody ask for me.
Mom is asking for you. That's his sleep.
Yeah. I'm gonna read that later. What Tracy was saying is she'll be late tomorrow because she has a dinner ministry meeting. So okay, so we'll see you tomorrow at 9, not 8.
Yep.
Oh heck no! Call the police. This is super. It is super surprising the cops actually arrested her. To be honest with you. Yes and no, because even if I was to be the skeptical of the police, which I am, of course, I believe this only for the simple fact that it was an easy case. You reported missing. The computer's here. You know, would they investigate it? No, absolutely not. It just seemed like the police wouldn't normally show up for a stolen laptop.
Parker, they wouldn't in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to them. Oh my God, Anna, you have a "I wish Karen would" t-shirt.
Yes, well, no, not an "I wish I Karen would," but an anti Karen. I'm a part of the Antica.
Okay, let me know. I have no idea what that is. What is Antica?
I'll get the shirt.
Okay.
Anti-Karens. So instead of Antifa, we're putting that to right. Antica. Anti-Karens, unite, damn it.
You and Foxy both get on my nerves. And Dr. Richie apparently now. So everybody knows that.
Don't talk about Mickey's man like that.
Everybody knows that am I the a-hole? Some of the stuff that I write. If you look at the wording, how they put it, they put the wording together, am I the a-hole? There's no space between it. Because of that, Foxy doesn't say, "Ooh, do we have a am I the a-hole?" We always listen to certain stuff together and we communicate, yeah or no, we argue or we agree. But she doesn't say, "Do we have a am I the a-hole tonight?" She says, because of the way it's written, "Do we have a Amathea tonight?" Because as it's written out, and everybody grab a pencil and paper and write it down, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying, because it is, she says Amathea. She doesn't say am I the a-hole. So I'm like,
that's good.
So at a certain point, I went, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you no more. So even when I text her or I call her, I go, "Oh, we have an Amathea tonight." "Oh, okay, cool." So I don't even argue with her no more. It's just like,
I like it.
Don't encourage them, Parker. Don't encourage them.
I have a shirt that says it and everything.
What are you guys wearing for the Halloween show? My regular clothes that I wore the day before and the day after Halloween. A grown man. I'm not putting a costume on. What's wrong with y'all? I also just wanted to say that video you and all a couple of weeks ago where Marlon said, "Just admitted you were dating a beaver," had me laughing. Probably my favorite one. And I had to put this on last because I had to remember what he was talking about. That was the one, in case you forgot, Anna, or anybody else in the audience. That was the one where the little a-hole girlfriend had moved in and was taking bites. Not eating the whole thing, but just taking bites out of the food.
One bite of all pieces of cake.
And Anna looked at me crazy because I kept calling her a beaver, so I changed it to a chipmunk. You was dating an animal. I'm sorry, whatever you want to use, chipmunk, beaver, a raccoon, pelican. I don't know what it was, but some wrote it. I don't care what you was doing. That wasn't human. It doesn't make any sense. And it's been weeks, Parker. It's been weeks. It still doesn't make sense. In a million years, why are you taking bites out of food?
No.
You a lunatic. Something is wrong with you. Nobody does that. You take it. No.
But yes, Mickey did remind him that beaver has other connotations.
Yeah, but isn't the nasty connotation though? Like the
Yes, it
reason?
is a woman's, yes, front parts.
So we really don't know where that food went. Jeez.
Oh my God, Marlon.
Hey. Apparently, I have learned from Anna that there's different groups out there. So every time I think of this stuff, I keep thinking, but there's a group for it. So
probably.
Yeah, probably. There's an old, not Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy has an old joke. Oh, it was supposed to be a joke until I thought about it, and then it makes complete perfect sense. If you think about it, he said, think of the most sexually deranged, outrageous, downright disgusting thing you could think of sexually. And out of the billions
disgusting
of people,
is an opinion.
Yeah, out of a billion people in the world, it's happening. And I went, yeah. So when Anna tells me from
9 billion people in the world.
Yeah. So when Anna tells me, yeah, that's a group, I go, yeah, okay, all righty. So there's some people who are not eating food with their mouth.
There's some people that use their body as a plate. Use your imagination. It's great.
Unless the food floats, and then we have an issue. Especially if it's eggs. Eggs nasty. Eggs nasty.
Oh, heaven. Oh, what? Float? Wait, what?
If you try,
I got it.
Anna, you told me that I explained it to people. You gather information in, you put it in a puzzle piece in your head, and then it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
This ain't one of them. Don't even try, because it never is going to make sense to me. The freaking rules and regulations of Theus Robinson's mind. None of it ever has, never will, period. This dude's life reads like an Encyclopedia Britannica. I'm not finna waste a brain cell on this. I love him, and I just shake my head, okay, and I can sleep at night. I'm not doing it. No. All right, so with 7 minutes left of time, Tracy Carson of Tracy Carson Media suggests that as time goes on and we're almost coming to the end of the year, that we need to have a best of and the worst of. And I need everybody to help me out with this because I've done 100 and semi videos so far. I'm up to actually, wow, wait a minute, to tell you how much I did this year. This is actually episode 41 of this year. So I have a lot of them. Please help me out and pull in or remember or something like that, the best of and the worst of nomination of the year. But I'm going to start it off. And we're going into the second hour, so I will not be able to play the full video. This is the first part of it. I will play the second part of it in the second half of the show. But this right now is my nominee for the worst of the year.
Anniversary. I'm a 35-year-old female, and 7 years ago, I lost my husband, daughter, and mother to a car accident. They were hit by a drunk driver that drove through a red light and killed all of them on impact. Their deaths greatly affected me, and if it weren't for my friends and years of therapy, I would be in a much lower place. I am thankful for their support and have been able to process my grief properly. 2 years ago, I took a job offer that provided more benefits than my current one and moved far away from my city to another. I traveled back to occasionally meet up with friends and of course to visit my family's graves on their death anniversary. It's a 7-hour car drive or around an hour by plane. Due to COVID last year, I drove to avoid contact with people and stayed in my old house. This year I plan to do the same thing but ran into an issue with my friend having her wedding in my old city. My 33-year-old friend Amy announced that she was engaged last year to her boyfriend of 3 months. My friend group and I were quite shocked as we had never met him, nor did we know she was dating anyone as we usually tell each other. But nonetheless, we congratulated her and we were happy for her. They were supposed to have their wedding last year but couldn't due to COVID and postponed it to this year. We are not in the US, by the way, and COVID cases are now less than 10 here in my country. We are allowed gatherings of less than 15 people, and that is what Amy decided to do for her wedding. About a week ago, Amy called me privately to tell me her plans for her wedding. She told me that she is having it on the same day of my family's death anniversary and would like me to not visit their graves and just attend the wedding instead. I was quite shocked that the wedding was planned that specific day and questioned as to why she picked that day. Amy told me she just liked the numbered date and told me that I can't just gatekeep a certain day. Then I asked her why can't I go visit my family's grave. She told me she doesn't want my sadness and grief to take attention at her wedding. I was incredibly stunned at what she said. I know I am quite emotional, but I know how to compose and behave myself at certain events. Here's where I think I am the jerk. I told Amy that unfortunately I will not miss out on visiting my family's graves. I tried to ask for a compromise and told her if my emotions were that much of a problem, I'll attend their graves after the wedding was over. She said she wants my support for the entire day and dedicate it towards her, but she'll think about my offer. It's been a week and I have not heard from her. I feel like I should just go to the wedding to keep the peace as I owe it to her, especially after all the support and love she gave after my family's death, but it still doesn't feel right to just attend the wedding and forget about my family. Would I be the jerk if I told her I won't be attending the wedding at all if she hasn't reached a decision? But before you decide, there's an update from the future.
Okay, so I don't want anybody to say anything. I know it's hard. Keep all comments, everything right now compressed. I just want anybody to say anything. I just want that first part just to soak in. We are going to take our first break. Please do not forget to hit that like button if you're not willing to come in for the second half. See, Anna's face is actually showing how I know everybody in the audience is looking right now, because they're like, no, I want to say something. Don't say anything. We're going to exhale during this break. So we're going to come back to the second part of this story. We're also going to play a real or not, and of course, Foxy's videos of the week. So we're going to take a 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we'll see everybody on the other side.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free.
I can feel the heat from the audience. Calm down. Calm down.
We're waiting for more information.
Love doing this. Welcome back to the second half of Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Leslie Essery. And let me go ahead and get through what's going to pay the bills for people find where I live and come beat the crap out of me. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/TracyMedia.com. Help support Tracy and all her causes. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/ComplexMind. There you go. No excuse. Help support Theus and all his causes. Makes me jealous. I need to go get a sticker. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Radical Truth to Power, exactly the way it's spelled, capital R, capital T, capital P. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BorelliAncetra.com. Help learn something that you didn't think you need to, but you probably do. If you have any comments or criticisms or videos to send me, you can go to radtp@outlook.com. That's RADTP@outlook.com. And of course, if you do send me a video, you could be shown on this show as Mafia Videos of the Week. Okay, I'm going to stop messing with y'all. Without further ado, the second part of the story.
Hi, there's an update from the future. I did what some of you suggested and called my other friends to let them know what Amy had asked of me. They were quite livid and angry for me as they had no idea what Amy was planning for the wedding. We arranged a Zoom call with her the next day to discuss why she is being so insensitive to me. Well, the call was quite the battle. It started off calm and then Amy just blew up. You guys were right when you said that Amy was jealous of the attention that I had received during the time of my family's death anniversary. Her wedding was a way to shift the attention towards her. She tried to explain to us, by having the wedding on that day, it will turn a negative situation into a positive one. When she realized she wasn't convincing enough, it felt as though a mask had fallen from her face as she started yelling and insulting me. She said that she is tired of having to play the supportive friend role and that it's been 7 years. I should just get over it by now or go join my family in the ground. My friend lost her anger and called her every name in the book. I'm honestly shocked and disappointed at the person who used to be my friend. It breaks my heart knowing I lost another person in my life, but I guess you guys are right in the sense that she never really was a friend. I now look back at our friendship and realize that it was often one-sided on my part. I wish it didn't take me so long to realize it. No one in our friend group of 6 people are going to her wedding now. We have decided to go no contact with Amy and block her on all social media. My friends have offered to go visit my family's graves together with me. I accepted, and we are now planning to also make a scrapbook with my family's pictures. For once, I am actually looking forward to this day, and we'll start to plan more eventful activities like this. Thank you once again to everyone for helping me through this, and please remember, do not drink and drive. I am begging you, please don't. Drive safely, everyone. So in the end, am I the jerk for not attending my friend's wedding on the day of my family's death anniversary?
I get more entertainment because what y'all don't know is that I can actually see everybody's expression during the story. And I know, and me cheating, because I do it to Foxy too, because I already heard the story. So me cheating, I know the part that's going to be like, holy crap part of the story. So I sit there and just watch Anna. It gets to that part. First of all, let's be frank here. First of all, I didn't know she was gonna put the middle finger up at and I did the same thing to Anna. I didn't physically do it, but the part of the story, and I'm just being real now. The part of the story when she was, I'm trying to switch from a negative to a positive, and I wanted to go, chick, but it's your positive. It's not, you're not switching anything. It's your positive. Okay, let's just be real about this. Let's just be real. Because I don't give a rat's ass about you being upset with me. Even if I saw you face to face, I could care less. Everybody at this point knows by now, once you've lost my respect, I don't care anymore. So we're gonna hear all about it. First of all, I don't know who the fuck is gonna marry you at 3 months. That's disgusting. I don't care. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not even saying that somebody could date 3 months, decide to get married, and have a long marriage. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you. And I'm saying you because you decided to do this on the premise of taking this very important date away from your friend. That was your sole purpose. The most, you know what? I'm not even going to say what the most disgusting thing to say. Anna, take it away because I know that's the part where you kind of lost it a little bit as I saw on film. So you take the worst thing possibly said.
You want that. You are so jealous of perceived attention. She lost her family. Multiple members of her family in a moment. The survivor's guilt, and we are lucky that she is still walking, that she is still with us. Many people are not that strong. That's a crushing. And so, bitch, don't you ever expect anyone to not go pay their respects to their family. You deserve the hell that's raining down upon you right now, or whenever this happened. Because I bet that when the information gets out, and it will, more and more people will turn away from you. You will have to go from circle to circle your whole life. And this is why. You can't put somebody else ahead of you for just a bit. One day. The level of selfishness of you're not even aware. The places that she's been into her mind, because it's obvious you didn't care. You weren't there really with her at the time. You were looking at everybody else going, why can't I get some of this? And that's what it is. It's a tantrum, girl. Sit up. Look at yourself. This is a time. Use a mirror. Use it carefully. That was disgusting.
I'm gonna put this comment up real quick. What the hell is wrong with someone when they say you aren't allowed to grieve over your dead family? Where the hell does someone get the idea that kind of thing is okay? I got two things to say, and then we're gonna move on. One, you're not gonna tell me how fucking long it takes for me to get over grieving. That ain't your call. It never has. It never will be. 10, 5, 320, whatever. It ain't your call. It's not your family. It's not your friend. It's not your pet. Whatever. It's not your call to make. Nobody made you support her in her time of need. Nobody made you. That was your decision to make. And you made it, and now you're jealous of it, and now you try to sabotage it from the beginning to the end. You use whoever the fuck you was dating, by the way, to make up a fake ass marriage so you could get married in 3 months so you could take this date away from me. That was your whole deal from the beginning of saying, I accept your engagement. Number two, and I'm going to try to use this so I will not get kicked off of YouTube. But let's just say the moment that you said out of your mouth, get over it or go join your family in the grave, there is going to be some furniture movement going on. I'm telling you right now.
Get her out of your life.
Disgusting human being. You are gross. And I'm with Anna. I hope this gets out. I hope every friend that you meet, every colleague at your job that you meet, every person, I don't give a damn if you met them on the bus. I hope this story gets out. So people would not be absorbed in your fake ass. This story said it perfectly. So they don't get absorbed in a fake ass mask that you was wearing all this time, and they can see the real you sooner rather than later. So they can make the decision to get as far as fucking away from you as possible. And as I always end everybody off like this, fuck you.
And to the darling who lost, I am so, so sorry. And you feel your grief as long as you need to. You have people around you, obviously, who still hold you up. That's wonderful. Go on without her.
You will be
She doesn't
better off.
deserve you.
So, that being said, that's the first nomination for the worst of the year.
That's
That's the first nomination. Again, if y'all can remember, if y'all could tell me something else, please let me know, because yow.
There is a lot. I didn't even realize quite. I mean, you average what, 4 to 5 videos of an hour a section? So maybe 8 to 10, and then times that by 41, and my brain just goes blah because math doesn't make sense to me.
I don't have what you have. I don't even have what you have, Anna. And trust me, even when I look at the algorithm and I go, wait, I'm up to 150 something. I'm like, when did I do 150 something videos? And as you know, as I was saying earlier today, I break the videos down now. So it's like, whew, it's going to be interesting. But I have the greatest crew on the face of the planet when it comes to this media, so I'm not panicked whatsoever. Trust me. We'll get into an argument one day and from out of the blue, somebody go, but you remember that video with such and such did such and such? And I go, yeah, I got to find that video now. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with the furniture moving thing, but wouldn't it over Zoom when her friend said that really awful thing? Marlon would have. Yeah, probably. I probably would have. I'm sorry. I literally think I would have went over there and told her to say it to my. Well, no, I don't need you to say it.
It would have been, and I will not see you at your wedding and meeting. Goodbye.
It's a desperate times call for desperate measure. Tracy, I'm actually gonna put that as the one of the best because it wasn't dangerous. It's not the worst person. It was more or less a. I mean, come on, Alan. The guy couldn't.
I need to see that one. I'm not remembering it.
Oh, that desperate times come from desperate measure. Well, desperate times come from what?
Children.
Desperate measures. Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was the guy who said my favorite quote of all time and then forgot what the quote was. You remember that one?
No, I don't. There's been so many.
Okay, I'm gonna put that on tomorrow to remind
Okay.
me. I still have that video. I literally still have that video. The guy
I take responsibility. I'm sorry, everyone. I just don't remember it.
No, because it's the equivalent of everybody else. It's a lot. It is a lot to remember. And I have a strange and bad feeling that everybody's going to pick, good or bad. Everybody going to pick the most recent ones. And then when I show the old ones, they're going to go, oh, yeah, that was good. Oh, yeah, that was terrible. And so, welcome to America. We only remember what we saw like a week ago. So,
see, I would go as early as I could.
Yeah.
And start looking there.
I'm going to start eventually. Starting in November, by the way, because we really have to narrow it down before the new year, which
I can't believe we're almost over with October.
Yeah, wait a minute.
This year went fast.
So the guy who said he hasn't been around so many women since.
The 1%.
The 1% guy.
He's the one. I don't know why that is the one that.
That dude.
Then I remember that
because it's like, what?
Why would you say that? What it all makes that seem like a good thing?
Well, you gotta remember what
You're
primary.
running. He was running for an office. Was he not?
Running for a primary of people who sits there and thinks that Kennedy Jr. was gonna come back to. I'm not gonna get into it. Real or nah? I'm not even going to tell you which way I'm going with this. I'm just going to play the video and I'll let y'all take it away from there.
Not sure what to do about this. Bear with me here because this just happened and I'm still processing it. I've been single for the better part of a year after a really traumatic breakup with an ex who never shared his feelings. That left me feeling like I needed to be a lot better before getting back into dating. Right after my breakup, I had a rebound. And about 2 weeks into hanging out with the rebound, he told me that he was in love with me. We would usually go get dinner. We were just spending quality time together, if you know what I mean. Usually we would get dinner beforehand and I wasn't staying over or having any real personal conversations with the rebound. So this caught me completely off guard. Typically, if someone tells me that they love me and I'm not there yet, I say thank you, I really appreciate your feelings with me, and that they make me feel really special. I try to be as kind and gentle as possible. I've been there, I know what it's like. But things did not work out with the rebound, and we no longer speak, which is fine. So now I'm on to a new person by the name of John. This is not their real name. John and I have been chatting for about 2 weeks or so, and things have been going great. I'm in a better position position emotionally, and I feel like I could open up myself a bit more and be vulnerable. John and I had our second date last night, and we went to my place where things progressed from there, if you know what I mean. And not very long after that, he looked me in the eyes and he told me that he was obsessed. He was infatuated and deeply in love with me. And at this point, I can't. I simply cannot. I told John the usual. Thank you, you make me feel special, all that other stuff. But I wanted him to leave immediately. I felt suffocated. If he was a friend, I wouldn't feel the same way, which is why I'm here asking for perspective. I don't particularly feel as though the arbitrary time limit on telling someone you love them is an important part of society, but we have spent less than 10 hours together. He knows very little about who I am, and yet he's obsessively in love with me. He's told me he's never met someone who makes him feel so good. Is this healthy? It doesn't feel like it, to be honest, and I feel like it's kind of immature. Perhaps a lack of relationship experience or something like that. I need someone to go slow with me and be invested in growing together and learning about each other rather than pushing to climb the relationship escalator. It's all really weird and I just don't know what to do. That's actually...
I'll let you go first, Anna, because I already got my answer.
I've said this before. You have a gut reaction for a reason. Everything is trying to tell you. Move on.
So I take it that you believe the story then.
3. I've seen a lot of people go for 3 months. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Almost forgot we were in that.
In my Thea's voice. This is some bullshit.
Okay, why?
Okay, look, lady. First of all, all this story tells me is that you're trying to tell everybody that you have some bomb ass beaver. That's all you pretty much is trying to tell me, because every person that you said, I love you, seems to be right after you've had sex. Like, come on. Like, you had me at the first due. Fine. Y'all had a little Inca. He fell in love with you. Or he loved you. It wasn't going to work out. You moved on to the next guy. So you move on to the next guy. You know them for 2 weeks. Now for a little more Inca. You do the little Inca, and all of a sudden this dude comes and I love you. Lady, get the hell out of here with this crap. No. You try to slide in there that my rabbit animal is the best in the world and makes men fall in love with me type story. Nah, move, no.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I'm actually at the point of thinking that you ain't had sex in 2 years now.
I have seen this very story play out.
And she added to it by having sex with him. Run like he. That's much love obsessed over who little time. Not healthy at all. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Girl, make like Jesse Owens and run. Okay, Mickey, I believe it, but this is Mickey. I believe it because it happened to me more than once. I didn't want to listen to alarm bells in my head only once. Time after that, it was the immediate goodbye. All right. This girl walking around telling everybody that her rodent is the best thing known to slice
It
bread.
is not. There are. I've seen it actually, both men and women and non-binary. It is a human trait. Sometimes you see a person, and that person immediately just makes you sit up a little bit, makes you.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen.
yeah, it makes something sit up. I'm just not buying the story. You got some bomb. You got some bomb rodent. I got you. You the woman. You the woman.
It's not that. It's that first feeling, and oh my god. You obviously they have not spent the time. She is correct. Yeah, some women do have a line ready for I'm in love with you. Spend the rest of your life with me, please. And it's been just not long enough.
Okay. Well, I'm in the minority because everybody believes the story. I can take it.
I bet you Theus will be with you. Tracy, you still out there? What
Oh,
would you think?
Tracy just sounds like she believes it because she's saying be like Jesse Owens and run. So
Oh, that was
both men and women can be so desperate that they fall in love immediately, kick them to the curb, and they become stalkers. I mean,
yep.
my whole deal, what I have learned over the course of doing this show, I don't make possibilities reality. So when this stuff is a possibility, yeah, it's possible. It could happen. But chances of it, I mean, I'm not denying the fact that one time. So I think everybody missing my point. I get the one time
Oh.
that it happened. I
Mhm.
agree. I've seen it. I have friends who've done it, and funny enough, we looked at them like idiots too. But I've seen friends who this is the one. How long you known her? Oh, just a couple of weeks. Ain't that the girl that you met from the club like a week or 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I think
And
that's what it
then
was. Man, if you don't
a
sit
month
your thirsty
later,
ass down somewhere, I'm not saying the one time it could happen, but this woman is like, I had sex with this guy. He said he loved me. I broke up. Possible. 2 weeks later, I had sex with another guy. He said he loved me. Lady, look, okay. Your rodent is as magical as Disney. I get it. If you want to have people believe that,
that
whatever.
needs to be a t-shirt. Your rodent is as magical as this.
If you want everybody to believe that stuff, go right ahead.
Ah.
Your rodent has pixie dust in it. Sure, if you want to feel that good about yourself, knock yourself out. I'm just saying, I'm not believing that crap. It's like it's like Harlem Nights. If you toss it in the air, it turn into sunshine. I get it. Whatever. I'm just saying, one time I get it. Back to back in 2 weeks time frame. Lady, sorry, I can't do this. I can't.
I have multiple people yes, and then a few weeks later, I had to tell another one. It, some people are what the majority of our people would say are really beautiful. They are ambiguous in their looks and yet exotic in their looks. They draw everyone's attention from the moment they walk in the door. And believe me, everyone's attention.
Okay.
And it's hard. It's very, very hard for them to actually get a real connection.
Maybe you need
You
to stop
think you...
sleeping with them in 2 weeks, but each his own. Of course, it has
Mhm.
Marlon. Been there, done that. They're complete. You are completely wrong with this, Marlon. Yeah, it does happen. I think she could be telling the truth. Okay, to each their own. She's carrying around Mickey Mouse in her pants. I ain't finna argue with y'all. That's what y'all want. Hey,
She does her kegels.
she,
She's amazing.
she's amazing.
You never know.
Marlon acting like he ain't never seen basic.
Mhm.
No, that's different. That's different. And the only reason I say that's different, because she was psycho before this whole thing even started. If y'all can't figure that out in the movie, that's not the same.
Obsession and love are very different.
Oh, don't encourage her, Nikki. Don't encourage her. I'm gonna move on. Apparently, everybody believe. Okay, on around. She has the Disney universe in her pants, so that's cool. Foxy's videos of the week. Are y'all still talking about it? I won't be ignored. I want to hear Thea's opinion on this. Well, I literally think I will play this for Thea's tomorrow. So nobody says, Marlon, that's a repeat. I'm gonna play it for Thea's tomorrow. I'm gonna get his part about it.
Yep.
Sunshine. But anyway, I'm going to introduce these. I know I stopped saying I was going to introduce these videos, but just to get some clarification on it because they go kind of fast on some of these. Remember when I said people have a tendency to believe that when we insult Trump and they insult Biden, we don't give a rat's ass that you assaulted Biden? Like, we're not obsessed with Biden like you think, like y'all are obsessed with Trump. You can
let's go,
assault
Brandon.
Biden like we don't care. So here's another example of stuff we don't care about.
Well, how would you like it if the FBI raided the Democrats who do it? Raid them, investigate them, charge them, lock them up. Most of Congress engages in insider trading on a regular basis. That's a fucking crime. Lock them up. See, that's the difference between us and you is you only want the law to apply to the people you don't like. We want it to apply equally to everyone, like it's supposed to.
Exactly.
Do you get the point now? We don't care. You can assault Joe Biden. You can Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. If they broke the law, yeah, lock them up too. The law's the law. Don't bother us none.
I personally think every single one of Congress should get out. Every single one in the Senate should get out. Now, a few of you would deserve to be voted back in.
Y'all have this tendency. Y'all do this tit for tat.
We don't have the loyalty that you think we have.
We don't have the loyalty that y'all have. That's why it's ineffective. It's like, so if such and such do such and such, Joe Biden's son's laptop. Trust me, if Hunter Biden has some bad stuff on his laptop that is going to be detrimental to the United States, if this gets out, please investigate, convict him. I have no problem with it at all. Anything that he is doing that can destroy this country from the outside in or from the inside out this way, please do what you gotta do to protect this country, a country that don't protect us, but that's a totally different subject. Please do what you have to do. No, we're not gonna sit here and skirt around. I can make classified documents unclassified by blinking my eyes like Genie and making it. We're not that loyal. Matter of fact, let me go one step further. We're not loyal. We're not loyal. We're not loyal. Let's go, Brandon. I was only picking on it because it was stupid. It was stupid because apparently, and y'all eventually this show is going to blow up and you're going to see this show. So I'm going to say it so I can have an old feel of saying this. I said, let's go, Brandon was stupid. Why do I call it stupid? Because if I actually wanted to use what you was using, I have absolutely no problem saying, fuck Biden. I have no problem of saying that. You're using some doggone Disney Channel bullshit to try to get your point across when I literally said when you cut the stimulus check really short, and I sat there and said, I know how to do math, Biden. I know what you said during your campaign, Biden. 1 + 1 is not equaling 3, Biden. I know what you said. You're full of shit, Biden. I can literally say that. I did not come, well, you messed up on the 1 + 1 does not equal 3. Let's go, Brandon. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I have no problem saying fuck you when it's designated to America, to my people, to society. I can say it. I'm not coming up with a cutesy catchphrase. I don't have loyalty. You will never, ever see a bumper sticker, let alone a spray painted truck of the President of the United States. That includes Obama. I look like a fucking idiot walking around with spray paint of a person's face on my truck, even myself, and I own the truck. You think I'm gonna put another grown man's face on my truck? You did. Do you think I'm gonna actually declarate a tree full of my president in my home? You did. Do you think, and go back to my earlier videos, do you think I'm actually going to build a golden statue to my president of the United States? No. Why? Because I don't want to go to hell. Sorry, not sorry. It may be crazy that I would take that extreme on Earth. Just kind of like to go where the good feelings are and not where it's boiling hell and everything. We're not as loyal as you people are. But
you know the Seattle councilwoman Shama Sawant, who is a socialist, she has really worked to get like she was instrumental in Amazon getting $15 an hour out here. That was years ago. She has really fought for Seattle as a councilwoman. She is as much as a person I look up to in politics as I can get, because she goes for the people. she was in the 2020 protests, and she called for, specifically, defund the police, not abolish. And when other people were, like me, saying abolish, and right now she is having bags of human shit thrown into her yard, and the police are going, what can we do about it? And a lot of she has some very vocal opponents. They are not from her district. And it, it happens, apparently, more than you'd think. Homeless people, dogs, you know, shit happens. It does.
Yeah, shit happens, but not in a bag. What the hell is
But
wrong?
in
Y'all got
a
time in
bag,
your head.
and,
Yo,
multiple bags. Okay, she still deserves and should get protection. Everybody overreacted to the 2020 riots and gave the Seattle mayor, like, for a year extra security. But will they even look into this? She's had to plead to the mayor to just there is civilian people who are helping her. They have actually set up cameras, and the police will not take that information. What the fuck is going on? Like,
because they have already. Let's be realistic. Y'all are already brainwashed. Y'all are done. I'm not even dealing with you no more. You're brainwashed. Because your whole mentality has always been from a certain point. I don't know what the certain point is. Don't even care anymore. Your certain point is, I'm going to say bullshit like white genocide in the United States of America. We're trying to ban you from Walmart. Yeah, I'm going back to that bullshit. We're banning you from Walmart, white genocide, and everything else. See, here is the difference between your group and our group. You say dangerous things.
mm,
But the difference is you also do dangerous things. So you do what you say we're doing.
projection.
And that's the difference. We're not loyal to a person. I would have no problem being loyal to a policy that can help me be a greater person, that can help a group of individuals, and I know people may not like this, all of America flourish. You don't. You really don't. I have a video that I'm going to show what Biden said about forgiving student loans. I'm not going to give it away what he said, but it was absolutely perfectly said. You have a bitch fit on everybody getting something that you already got. You just don't want nobody else to get it too.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. It really do fundamentally go into the category of talk less. Because that's what it is. You don't want anybody else to have what you have.
And one of the great underpinnings of this is the people who have been in charge are seeing in the numbers that's not going to be so, and they're scared as hell that they're going to be treated as badly as they treated others. Once they're the minority, what's going to happen? Trust me, that question is going through a lot of people's minds.
Yeah. There are some diehard Democrats that probably have some sort of Hillary or Obama picture in their house or something, LOL, but there are less of them than the diehard. But Park, I'll go one step further because the picture that I saw, and I wanted to slap that picture and kick it on the ground and set it on fire. When they had a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on one side, Malcolm X on the other side, and Barack Obama in the middle, one of these fucking things does not belong with the other. I'll let y'all figure out which one it is. Not part of this picture. And I'm not Obama bashing. Sorry, I had spoiler alert. It's Obama. I'm not bashing Obama. I'm telling you why I don't feel for Obama like everybody else in the Democratic Party or the black community of some sorts feel for Obama. I'm not bashing him when I say this. Obama did what was best for the country. So for all the racist, bigoted white people who think Obama was in there, one, you just didn't like a black person running the country. But the fact of the matter is you also thought, oh, he's going to do tremendous things for the black community. No, he did what was best for the country. If the black community benefited from it, hey, there you go. But if you thought that Obama was going to go literally out of his way for just, and I'll even give him a scapegoat, Anna. I'll give him a scapegoat for the minorities of the country. Tell me a policy. Tell me one policy. Tell me one policy that benefited minorities in this country that did not also benefit the whole country. Tell me one. Don't tell me anything else. Anything else. I'm going to save you time and my time too. Tell me literally one policy that Obama has placed that has passed. So don't tell me, I heard he was thinking of doing. Tell me a policy that passed in the country that went into effect. I know that's y'all don't like that. Y'all like to do the whole, I heard that he was doing, and he wrote a little thing, and I heard he got one signature. Name a policy that went into effect in this country that benefited only the minorities of this country that did not affect the whole country. And Parker, you're right. DACA did. DACA did to a extent. I agree with you. However, it shouldn't have been a policy that was against it to fucking begin with. Oh, DACA was the policy where they was taking younger minorities.
The dreamers?
Yeah, the dreamers. So I'll give you that one, Parker. DACA. You Republicans had a fucking shit fit on that one, too.
You did.
Whoo. So I'll give you that, Parker. Okay.
Yeah.
Parker got me on that one. DACA. 8 years in office. Give me another one. And I'm not moving the goalposts. I apologize to anybody who's doing it. But y'all had a bitch fit on 8 years of Obama.
He promised a lot of things that we just did not see.
Yeah.
Who is stopping him?
And again, that's like I'm saying, because y'all think we're praising Obama. No. I praise his accomplishments, but the accomplishments that Obama did in this country was for the whole country. Period. It's not hating on him for it. It is what it is. But if you thought Obama was going to go out of his way for minorities, it's not. It wasn't. It didn't. DACA, yes, I agree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give that. But y'all bitching for 8 years, and you came up with one policy for minorities. I'm gonna need a little more. So we're gonna move on, because I'm pretty sure everybody right now is going to the Google machine, going to like the 19th, 10th, 16th, 17th page of Google. I heard he said he was gonna give black people $10 million a piece. So y'all knock yourselves out. I'll give y'all plenty of time to look that up. So anyway, this is just funny.
My dad just called to tell me that they found my husband's body in the lake, which is not where I put it.
Oh.
Sometimes you just have to let people finish their sentence. You can't you can't.
Which is not where I put it. Oh, that was funny.
Sometimes you just gotta let people. Everybody is self. But no, I don't agree with that either. I literally said what I said. Obama did policies that was best for the United States. And if the United States got something, and if the black community in the United States got something for it, we as minorities, I'll say that, when Obama did policies in the United States, if the minority community got something out of it, great. The issue that we was having is that the white, evangelical, far right assumed that because the minorities got something out of his policy too, oh, he'll just deal with it for the minorities of the country. And it was like, no, you got something out of it too, bro. What this policy was for. See, and that's why I said you don't want anything for us. You just want it for yourself. Hey, Mickey, all I can say is this. Keep up with your dead bodies. I'm just saying, you just can't willy-nilly just do stuff like this. You just can't. Look, I'm blaming a lady. I'm blaming a lady on this. You can't sit there and be throwing stuff and you don't even know where you put it. And, hey, you know what?
It was misplaced.
You misplaced a body. Now, I don't know if you need to put it on your phone. You need to make a chart. You need to tell somebody else to remind you. You need to talk to Alexa.
Somebody messed with your spot.
You need to remember when you put things. That's all I'm saying. What is wrong with you? You done lost your keys. You done lost your keys. You done lost your clothes.
You knew exactly where she left that body. And it was not there anymore.
It was not in the... That's a you problem. That's a you problem. I'm sorry, but not sorry. You need to know where you put dead bodies. I don't get. You need to write it down and put it in your wallet. I don't know what to tell you. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. The
Parodies are
technology that
fun.
we have in this country, you can't remember where you put a body.
It's a parody, my love. It's a parody. But it's a really damn good one.
A funny parody. Okay, this next video, the guys. No, I'm not even gonna give you the title of this. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Johnny, what is the secret of your successful marriage?
Well, I'm actually a very traditional Chinese woman. It is in my culture, the woman should always let the man talk, let the man make decisions. And as a good wife, you should always cook, clean, take care of the children, and do all the house chores, and also look good and presentable in front of his friends. And whenever his friends come over, I make sure everybody's happy. I never argue with my husband whatsoever, because the man, he runs the house. He makes decisions, okay? Of course, I cook, I clean, I massage him, and I'm very good in bed. It's just you have to be amazing in the kitchen, even better in bed. That's how you maintain a marriage.
And another.
Well, shut the fuck up! I'm talking, honey.
Y'all, okay. My title to this whole story was y'all should have saw this coming. Y'all should have.
I was waiting for the flip.
Y'all, if y'all believe this was going on, y'all, come on. Come on. Y'all knew where this was going. So she needs to install the Find the Body app.
There is a Find a Grave app. But that would be a really interesting spin-off.
There is a Apple has Apple location thing on it. And this is so dark. You say this. So this is so terrible.
Oh dear.
Apple
Okay.
has an Apple app where you can find things. You have to actually take a little pod or something to stick on certain objects.
Okay, right.
And the Apple phone will find that object to you. Most people put it on their keys, their car, things like that. I'm not
gonna put it on
the. I cannot bring myself to do it. Everybody, please hold on for 1 second. I'm going to close the door to my studio so I don't wake Foxy up because it's late where we are. So I'm going to go down. Anna, tell everybody what's been going on all this week with you. Put you on the spot.
Oh dear. Well, it's I've had a mixture between a rough week and a productive week. We have several support groups now that are very challenging, and I love them. I love the people there, and but wow, I'm learning an incredible amount I did not know before, and it's I did not know how challenging it would be. Trying to put myself into some shoes of people who are going through, everybody has disability in some way in common. That's it. And it's funny where you find your commonalities and where you find your differences. So, um, it's, I'm proud to say that there have been a lot of people who have given me a lot of really positive feedback, and it's now we have a main group, we have an additional group that's a different time for people in Europe, and we have a caregivers group. And the caregivers group especially is new and just has a couple people. So if you want some information on that, just contact me at borrelia.etc@gmail.com. So it's just like the website, borrelia.etc.com. Just take off the .com, well, or sneak into Gmail at gmail.com, and it will get to me, and we will see if you wanted to join. It's a really positive thing.
You're not going to tell anybody what's going to happen next year? We'll keep that a secret. So this right here may be the final year for Anna on this show, on any of her shows. We're going to really miss her. She's done a phenomenal job with this, with her site, with my site, but she really does have to get back to being the ambassador to Ukraine. And we're really going to miss her insight. And if y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, that was in a show too. I'm sorry. You look dead smack like her. Jeez. That in a golden skirt, whatever her name was.
I don't remember anymore. Oh.
This is the last video. I'm not going to take anybody down. I'm not going to take us down. But it's so short, and I'm probably going to have to play it a couple of times because it goes really fast. But you kind of get the concept of what's going on. So yeah.
And that will conclude today's lesson on how a condom works.
Ain't lying. Oh my God. Not lying one bit.
Dang it.
Now,
I totally missed the first
part of it, so everybody can have this in the back of their head. The little kid runs into the damn door. I don't know why. I have no idea what that's about. But
how young are they? Maybe they're working on their.
Here's the twist. I do know what happened. Only reason I do know what happened, because it happened to my baby. The deal is, and I don't know if this happened to him. I'm just telling you my story. And I'm not going to tell you which baby did it, because one, they're not a baby no more, and two, it's embarrassing. But whatever. The deal is, the old way the door was, it was just a door. You know, you put the key in, you unlock the door, you walk in. Somewhere along the lines, a screen door was added. Screen door wasn't there when the last time they were there. So, what's this extra barrier that just came from out of the way? So, my baby, that's what happens to her. When she went over her grandparents' house the one time, it was just the door. You go, you open the door. Hey, grandparents, how you doing? As the time went on, the grandparents put a screen door on it. It was an extra barrier. So she ran into the door. And by the way, I'm not
That happens
laughing.
to a lot of children, actually.
I'm not laughing because obviously I checked to see if she was hurt. Of course she wasn't. I'm not even laughing at the fact that she ran into the door. Honestly, I wasn't. Because if she'd have ran into the door and went, oh, crap, what happened? Oh, I'd have been like, hey, it's a screen door there. What's going on? I laughed at her because of the delay. And the delay was she goes, slams into the door, and then it's like a 5-second delay before she went, like she couldn't believe it. She ran into the door. Anna, I lost my shit. I'm like, are you looking around to figure, did anybody see you? We saw you. You ran into a door. We saw you. That was the funny part of the show. This was hilarious. Thank you for the entertainment. Because she literally ran into the door and looked around like, am I the only one who saw me run into the door? No, everybody saw you, boo, run into the door. We all saw you run into the door.
Baby.
So,
Baby.
again, pay close attention to the first part of the video because that's a kid running into the door.
George, okay.
And that will conclude today's lesson on how a condom works.
I don't make the videos, folks. I just put it on. I don't make the videos. He's obviously fine. I know I'm going to have people looking, oh, that's not funny. A little child got hurt. He ain't hurt. He ain't hurt.
That's not accurate. There should have been many little children running at the door.
First of all, to be honest with you, that's one of my pet peeves, but that's one of my a personal thing of not running. Like, don't do that. Don't run. Because your mind frame of thinking when you run is shortened. I know this. Your mind frame of it is because you already have a projection of what something should be. So you run on the assumption that what it was, like this kid right here.
So you're on flight, kind of?
Yeah. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about it, happiness and the joy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just acting like a fool. Yeah. If somebody's chasing you with a knife, I need you to run. I don't need you to figure out what's going on. But then again,
if there's a bear, run.
Yeah. But then again, for you people who, if you see a group of people running, you need to run along with them. You don't need to go, what the hell is going on? I'm going to go towards the direction that they're running from.
You stop running into danger.
That's honestly my first and last time I'm making that suggestion. Knock yourself out. Figure it out. Do what you think is best. I'm not doing that. But what's going to happen is you're going to go, you're going to investigate because you need to know what's going on. And then the next thing you know, you're the one that's in trouble. So, my first and last time give you that thing. When you see a group of people running this way, you need to run this way with them. You'll figure out what happened later. You don't need to figure it out now. You need to figure out later. Get the scoop from somebody who saw it, whatever. You don't need to run towards, hey, what's going on? I need to go find out what the problem is. And then the next thing you know, and then you're trying to find out why, how did I get into this problem? Now you know. Now you know. Normally, I don't like videos where someone gets hurt except a kid, but this comment made it hysterical. I personally made sure, Mickey, that I'm pretty sure that the kid was fine because I don't show videos where somebody, you know. I remember
Kids bounce back. They're fine.
Thinking there was nothing. I'm not even blaming my child. I'm seriously not. If 1 week you was there, and the next week something that was there that wasn't there before.
That's weird. Yeah.
Hey, that's fair. That's like, I can't blame you. But all I ask you is, could you acknowledge that you just ran into a door and not have a 5-10 second pregnant pause to figure out if somebody was watching you? We're all watching you, boo. You just ran into a door. Don't be embarrassed. Well, don't be embarrassed because you know the family that you grew up with were laughing at you. You literally should be new to this. Is not new. I have an evil family. You knew dang well we was gonna laugh at you. That's what we do in this family. Anna Hart, Aurelia Center. Tell everybody where they can find you.
At just that place, BoreliaEtc.com. And if you want to find me on YouTube, the best thing that you can do is search for not only Anna Hart, but put Borrelia, etc. in there. Just as it is, no space, and you will find my videos. So, that's where I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. Like I said, not yet, not yet.
Don't forget.
Not yet. Like I said, the numbers has been phenomenal. Please keep up the good work. I truly appreciate it. We break down all the videos. I'll be breaking this down tomorrow. Our show for tomorrow is, because I promised everybody, I will tell everybody, our show tomorrow will be all about the debates where we have been begging Democrats to not take the low ground. Not take the higher ground, but go local or even equal. And we're going to go through all the debates where Democrats actually listen to us. And take no ground. So we have a lot of videos to go through. So nobody can sit there and go, oh, they're not doing it. Oh, yeah. They were doing it. And woo, it's rough. So, on behalf of Anna Hart, on behalf of, now you can raise it, on behalf of Biz Robinson, on behalf of Tracy Carson, this has been Saturday Night 5. And until next time, we will see you